When black folks celebrate the 4th of July, it just shows how ignorant they are about American history. Because the 4th of July was never about black folks. Our ancestors were still enslaved. They didn't celebrate with the Europeans. The European gained independence over Great Britain after they won the war. The black folks wasn't included in that. They were still gaining off of our backs. They were still winning off of us. So for us to go and celebrate with our oppressor, with the slave master and their families, shows how ignorant we still are to this day. And that we really don't want to wake up. Some of us, not all of us. But for us to celebrate with them is foolish. It's more honorable for a white person to celebrate Juneteenth than it is for us to celebrate the 4th of July. Because at least they standing with black folks to say that they was against enslaving us. And they was against the injustice against us. For us to celebrate with them stands for nothing. Because we were still enslaved. It stands for nothing. This day means nothing to us. The 4th of July means nothing to me at all because I know the truth. And for us to celebrate is just proof that we still don't want to know the truth.
I keep coming across these videos of people making the claim that black people should not celebrate the 4th of July because they were still enslaved in 1776. And while that is true, that is not the whole story. And if you're going to tell black people that they don't know their history or they haven't woken up yet, then maybe you actually need to learn something. The 4th of July celebrates America's independence and the ideals of liberty, not slavery. Now, of course, America didn't instantly live up to those ideals, but those same ideals became the foundation for ending slavery and expanding civil rights. And think about this, you're telling black Americans that they have no reason to celebrate America. You're also telling them that they don't get to celebrate the country that their ancestors and many of our ancestors helped build through sacrifice, resilience, military service, entrepreneurship, and generations of hard work. And if America's imperfections are the reason for you to tell people not to celebrate, then no country should be celebrated. We celebrate our nation's founding, the freedoms we have, the progress we've made, and the millions of Americans of every race who fought to make this country better. Let's not forget that. We understand that America wasn't perfect on day one, but those same founding principles were later used by abolitionists, civil rights leaders, and countless Americans who argued that the nation should live up to its promises. Black Americans are not outsiders to America's story. They helped build this country. They fought for it. They improved it, and they continue shaping it today. And yeah, celebrating America doesn't mean ignoring its flaws. It's recognizing how far we've come while continuing to strive for something better. And let's please stop pretending that America has not changed in 250 years. Slavery is gone. Segregation is gone. Black Americans can vote. They can hold office. They can become millionaires. They can own businesses. They can serve on the Supreme Court, and you can even become president. And of course, that doesn't mean that racism has disappeared. Yes, racism still exists everywhere around the world, but it does mean that this country has made enormous progress. You can know your history, but what is it doing for you today? This mindset, this is exactly why you have so many Black Americans today being taught that they don't have the same opportunities when they do. And you're making the claim that Black people are celebrating with white Americans today who are slave masters and oppressors when no one alive today has owned a slave. You want to keep living in the past and blaming people today about things that you never experienced, your ancestors did, and things that they never did. As I said, you can know your history and you don't have to ignore the painful parts of it. But people are allowed, especially Black Americans, to celebrate the progress that we've made today. And you can honor Juneteenth and celebrate the 4th of July. Those ideas aren't in conflict unless someone wants them to be, like you do. Juneteenth and the 4th of July don't need to compete because one commemorates the ending of slavery in the United States and the other commemorates the nation's independence. And many Americans celebrate both because they're both meaningful chapters in American history. Now, I'm going to end this by saying, I'm not going to let anyone tell me that I can't celebrate a country that my family, like millions of others, has helped build. America isn't perfect, but it is worth celebrating and it is worth continuing to improve.